Good evening, everyone. Myself, Rama Mohan, and it's a pleasure talking to all of you today in the evening. The topic for the day's discussion is how an integrated CDMO accelerates innovation in the drug development in the pharmaceutical industry. A brief introduction about myself. I am a chemist by training with a doctoral program from Indian Institute of Chemical Technology, Hyderabad, and a postdoctoral stint at University of Tokyo in Japan, followed by another stint of postdoctoral research at University of Mississippi in the United States. For the past 20 years, I've been working in the pharmaceutical industry in the area of contract development and manufacturing organizations, supporting the innovator pharma in their clinical development program, especially from the drug substance point of view. While many pharmaceutical companies would like to fast track their clinical development program, the factors that enable them to fast track the clinical development program will be looking at opportunities to engage with various CDMO partners who can provide comprehensive portfolio of services supporting across the development cycle that involves discovery, chemical development, all the way through to the commercial manufacturing, who has got capabilities across the analytical methods and also the regulatory support as a one-stop solution to provide all the outsourcing needs. The innovator pharmaceutical companies as well as the biotech companies will be viewing the CDMOs as their extended arms, wherein there is a lot of synergy between the innovator pharma and the service providers in the various multidisciplinary expertise to meet their drug development needs. Choosing the right integrated CDMO partner at the right time will be very critical for the innovator pharma to fast track their drug discovery research so that they can market the product early. The various soft skills such as the flexibility and the adaptability and orientation towards the client's expectations will be the key methodology to have a long-lasting relationship between the innovator pharma and the CDMO service providers. Coming to the origin discovery and the development services function which I represent, the origin discovery has more than 2 decades of experience in the service business, which has got long-lasting relationship with various types of big pharma and the biotech companies, and has delivered multi-hundred projects for the innovator pharma companies. The expertise lie in the service across discovery and also up to the commercial contract manufacturing. We also provide the integrated drug substance and the drug product services as well. The capabilities encompass the GLP and the GMP capabilities together with the global regulatory supports, having the accreditations for all the facilities. The business model that Origin Pharmaceutical Services Limited can provide are listed out over here. This can be in the fee-for-service model in the area of chemistry, structural biology, drug metabolism and pharmacokinetics, pharmacology, toxicology, and the scale-up services for the both non-GMP as well as GMP. These are all comprised of the preclinical studies. Similarly, for the clinical program, we have the chemistry and manufacturing services for the drug substance or drug product, which involves chemical development, analytical method development validations, and scale-up support for the kilogram, and also the supply agreement that can be made with the partners, called the multi-ton supplies for the commercial supplies. We also can provide services in the FTE model, wherein the chemistry, the DMPK, or the chemistry and the biology combination, process development in the quality by design approach, specifically for the impurity synthesis, salt screening, and polymorph studies as well. So this can be taken up in the FTE model, whereas some services can be provided in the FFS model. What I would like to bring it to the attention is about the flexibility in the business model. These CDMOs who can provide this kind of a flexibility will give a lot of advantages to our innovator pharma, who can choose the partners in their needs at various phases of the drug development cycle. A snapshot of our R&D facility based out of Bangalore and Hyderabad are going to be discussed now. So this facility I'm talking about is based out of Bangalore, which is located in Electronic City. It has got the state-of-art chemistry laboratories to handle medicinal chemistry, the synthetic chemistry needs, supported by all the necessary analytical tools such as the NMR, MAS, and the HPLCs. It has got the dedicated preparatory HPLC purification equipped with SFC, and also Combi Flash. It has got the microwave synthesizer for small molecule chemistry and a peptide synthesizer for microwave mediated peptide synthesizers, so that the peptides can be made in a fast track manner. An inventory of more than 50,000 chemicals provide great advantage to get started at the earliest. I have the GLP tox facility to conduct pharmacokinetic studies on animal models such as rat, mice, and the beagle dogs. It also has got pathology lab for the clinical pathology and necropsy. So this slide speaks about the R&D site based out of Hyderabad in India. This R&D site underwent FDA inspection in the year 2017 and has got 0483 observations. It has got more than 15 chemistry laboratories, 1 formulation lab, and a small kilo lab. It has got analytical lab, which is center of excellence. I will speak about the analytical equipment in the downstream slides. Has got dedicated laboratory for handling the peptides and also potent molecules. The CDMO service offerings, the today's talk is focused more towards the drug substance, from preclinical to clinical to commercial launch. These services encompass both intermediates and the active pharmaceutical ingredients, and also an integrated drug substance and the drug product services for the partners. The drug substance and drug development services has got more than 20 years of experience in the field, having expertise in the various types of chemistry that we deal with. We can handle the small molecule total synthesis, high potent active pharmaceutical ingredients, peptides, carbohydrates, steroids, pegylated compounds, prostaglandins, and complex intermediates. The experience in the last 20 years, we have taken up more than 600 molecules at various phases, from preclinical to clinical phases to commercial. Coming to the development expertise, the development expertise is across all the scales of operations, as I mentioned in the phases of the product being dealt with, and also having manufacturing expertise to couple with to supply the drug substance at various quantities across all the US FDA inspected manufacturing facilities based out of India and also outside of India in UK and in Mexico in the North America. We do work with strategic business partners so that we can fast track the manufacturing capabilities. And all the strategic business partners with whom we work are qualified by our quality teams. The service offerings comprises of route scouting and the process development. The support can be extended all the way from preclinical to clinical and including the process validation for the commercial supplies. All the analytical methods which are needed for characterizing the product at the intermediate and the final drug substance stage can be taken up with all the necessary analytical tools being available with us. And also we can undertake the necessary analytical validations to support the product manufacture and release. We can undertake the necessary crystallization studies and also fixing the polymorph for the drug substance. Have large capabilities with supporting the commercial manufacturing to supply the drug substance on hundreds of kilograms to multi-tons. And the extensive experience in the regulatory support can be also provided to our partners towards filing of the dossier at various phases from IND to NDA. So this slide speaks about the chemical development approach, which is the core of our activities. That involves development of a safe, robust, scalable, and cost-effective process. When we deal with a project, the most important element that we will be looking at is developing a safe process or operating at any scale, right from few hundreds of grams to kilograms to multi-kilograms. So we give paramount importance for the safety of the process being involved to ensure safety of the personnel who is going to handle the chemistry and also safety of the premises in which we are going to operate for the product manufacture. We will be looking at developing a robust process so that we are building in the quality in the process by design. We would like to enable the scalable process at every point in time so that we are getting the consistently the right quality of the product when you manufacture the material. At an early stage itself, we will be looking at the cost-effective process wherein we can make the product affordable for the patients. These are the four fundamental elements that we will be looking at in terms of designing a route of synthesis for the execution. Once we design the route of synthesis, we carry out the necessary studies and all the intermediates and the final product will be undertaken for the necessary characterization, having the necessary tools available with us. Analytical methods will be developed for tracking the impurities and also will undergo necessary process safety evaluation. In the optimization phase, we carry out the reactions by optimizing the mole equivalents of the reagents, the catalysts being used, solvent selections, especially avoiding all the chlorinated solvents, the temperature and the pressure parameters. We would like to study the hold time for the reaction mixtures, intermediates, wet and dry compounds. We will evaluate the necessary critical process parameters. On the other hand, we also term it as water studies to ensure the robustness of the process under the conditions in which we are going to operate. We will have the necessary analytical tools in the form of in-process controls so that we can clearly understand the termination of the reactions to go into the isolation of the ahead of the isolation of the product. Specifications will be fixed based on the nature of the intermediate and the final product. We'll have the necessary analytical standards for characterize, also will be characterized, will be used for the product release. We'll carry out the necessary lab assurance batches, lab demonstration batches to ensure the process robustness at the plant manufacture. I think there's some challenge again. I think please hold, please. Coming to the analytical expertise, we have all the necessary analytical equipments and can undertake analytical method development and validations. We can carry out the isolation of necessary impurities and can undertake the identification characterization as well. We can do the potential genotoxic impurity assessment. And also we can carry out the stability studies, informal stability studies across all the zones which are laid out in the ICH. All the analytical equipments are certified and qualified, such as the DSC, the ICP OES, GC, LCMAS, the Powder XRD, PSD, etc. So these are another pictorial representation of the analytical capabilities. So we've got all the necessary HPLC instruments having the various types of detectors, such as the ultraviolet, PDA, the ELSD, and the RI detectors for the substances which are not having the chromophores. The GC instruments, such as with the detectors such as the FID, TCD, and the ECD, and the UPLC instruments as well, for helping us to characterize the product. For characterization, we do have the mass spectrometer, the AB-SAEX triple Q instrument for the mass characterization, the water's UPLC system, etc. So for the spectroscopic characterization, we can have the necessary IR, NMR, and for the solid state characterization, we do have the DSC, TGA, and additional other instruments which are needed. We can carry out the necessary polymorph screening studies towards fixing of the solid state properties, which involves the solvent screening, understanding the solubility data, and decide the metastable zone. The crystallization studies can be carried out. Also, we can have the necessary process analytical tools for determining the crystallization of the process. We do have the necessary equipment for carrying out the micronization to determine the solid state properties of the drug substance. As I mentioned in my earlier slides, we give the highest importance for the safety for the drug development. We have the necessary tools such as the DSC, the RC1, the thermal screening unit, as well as ERC, wherein we can use these tools appropriately for determining the exotherm of the reaction. Accordingly, we can design the process with respect to addition of the reagents or the choosing of the necessary coolant for making sure the process is safe when we undertake the manufacturing in the large scale. So herein I'm going to present some case studies which we have undertaken in the recent past, and some are very much live and ongoing. The case study 1 speaks about for a client based out of Israel. This is a cholic acid derivative comprising of 5-step synthesis. Some of the challenges I have listed out over here. The project started with about 5-step process, followed by for manufacturing of 40 kilograms of the drug substance. The stage 1 ester intermediate is found to be very unstable and on storage, and it is leading to the degradation, impurities. The assay of the stage 2 product was found to be very low, close to 40%, and there was no control strategy reported for meeting the drug substance as per the ICH limits. It does involve usage of the oxalyl chloride for the amidation reaction as one of the steps. So we undertook this challenge and modified the stage 1 workup process and made sure the product is very stable and avoided the degradation. We also developed a very efficient purification process for the stage 2 and improved the assay from close to 90, from 40% what it was in the beginning to 90 to 95% eventually. We also developed a simple and a safer one-part amidation process through mixed unheaded approach and could avoid usage of the oxalyl chloride, which is difficult to handle on scale. And we have necessary purification process available to meet the API as per meeting the ICH quality. Initially, we successfully demonstrated this project and made the product 40 kilograms of the drug substance, meeting the desired quality. Having ensured the product quality in all aspects, the customer is very happy and he has placed order close to 1 metric ton, and currently we are making this product for phase 3 program. In the case study 2, I am going to speak about for a project which has been dealt for a European client. This is a carbohydrate chemistry comprising of 10-step linear synthesis starting from dig-xylose. The project to begin with involved with a 10-step linear synthesis, as I mentioned. It involves several liquid intermediates and also found to be some of them to be unstable in nature. One of the key challenges was involving the stereoselective glycosylation, which involved controlling of the formation of the undesired alpha isomer. It had column purification at several stages, which is not scale-up friendly, as we all know. When we undertook this project a couple of years back, we developed a telescopic process and reduced the number of isolations to nearly half. Introduced robust crystallization methods and eliminated all the column purifications for the project. A highly stereoselective beta selective glycosylation process was implemented, and we successfully got the right quality of the product, having the chemical and the chiral purity both in excess of 99.8. And also we undertook the micronization because it required the particle size meeting less than 10 microns D90, and we successfully scaled up to supply initial 2 kilograms of the material. Thereafter, we have been repeating this project year on year, and we are making close to 100 to 200 kilograms for this project, and currently we are making additional 30 kilograms for the APIs for the phase studies, phase 2 studies. Here I am speaking about the another project which we have dealt for a US North American based customer. Again, it is a steroidal skeleton, start with pregnenolone 20-ohm. It has got 4 steps of synthesis. So the project started with for screening of the roots and supplying of the material 10 grams for initial studies. As I mentioned, it was involved in steroid chemistry. The reaction conversions reported were very, very poor, and also low yields were reported. And also the final product is undergoing degradation, and the yields reported were around 20%. Towards purification of the final product, a reverse phase HPLC has been reported, which involves the isolation of the product through lyophilization. Controlling of the epimers and other process-related impurities were found to be very challenging. We took this project and we screened 3 alternate routes for the reaction conditions and finalized the route of synthesis in less than 6 weeks of time, and improved the reaction conversions and also yields at all the steps. And the final step, we could improve the yield from 20 to 70%. And also we modified the isolation of the final API as a crystalline salt and completely avoided the reverse phase purification. All the major impurities formed in the product has been identified, and we could deliver the 10-gram sample. And currently we are working on making 1.5 kilograms of non-GMP material, and also we expect close to 2 kilograms of GMP material to be made. So these case studies which I am all speaking is all about, most of them are live and in progress in our laboratories or our manufacturing sites. The case study 4, this from again from a European client based out of UK. It involved an aromatic chemistry starting from bromoresorcinol. This is an advanced intermediate for a ongoing clinical molecule. A phenol derivative. It's a phenol derivative. It involved about 10-step linear synthesis. It involves several challenging reagents to be handled in the process. Some of the intermediates were found to be liquid and unstable in nature, and also has column purification at several stages. We modified the route of synthesis by minimizing the number of steps to 5. One of the key transformation involved the Negishi coupling, and we improved the yield to more than 85%. And one of the steps involved, we had 3 palladium mediated reactions involved. We could eliminate one of the palladium mediated hydrogenation step in the synthesis. Control the ring opening impurity to below 1.1%. And also we could replace the pyrophoric lithium aluminum hydride with more safer and scale-up friendly reagent Redal. Column purification was completely avoided, and we could develop the necessary crystallizations for all the steps. We made a sample initially, and thereafter we supplied 2 kilograms of this product to our partner. We're anticipating another 100 kilograms of order very soon. The case study 5, again, it's a carbohydrate chemistry, advanced intermediate of a clinical program. It starts with diacetone D-glucose and involves 8 linear steps to make the final compound. We reduced the number of isolations and made a robust process, and successfully completed the process development and made 200 grams of sample from the lab studies, and eventually currently are scaling it up to supply 200 kilograms of the product. In the case study 6, here this is for a this is a North American customer. It started from a adamantine derivative, and we designed the route of synthesis and made a 8-step linear synthesis, and we made the sample as a proof of concept, and then eventually are supplying 100 grams of sample for the preclinical studies, and eventually we have a scope for making 2 kilograms of non-GMP as well as GMP material. So these are all some of the case studies which I presented, spanning across various types of chemistries, such as the steroids, carbohydrates, aromatic in nature. On this site, we do have the scale-up facility to supply few hundreds of grams to few kilograms of non-GMP material, so that our partners can benefit early stage development studies, especially for the preclinical program, having equipment of both the 20 as well as 50 liter vessels in our R&D site. On our R&D site, we can carry out the high potent active ingredients. The classification, the most important approach that what we would like to take is protection of the environment from the product, protection of the personnel from the product. These are the 2 important elements when we undertake a high potent active ingredient. The classification based on the OEL range is given over here. And then we have the necessary facility at the R&D site to carry out the product, which are both potent as well as high potent in nature. The HPAPA development lab can support up to 50 gram per batch non-GMP conditions. which is equipped with necessary fume hoods and isolators. And also it has been controlled with the biometric access only for the employees to handle will be given opportunity to enter into that facility. Scientists are trained to carry out these high potent compounds. We do have a dedicated analytical laboratory for characterizing these products. We have good experience in handling the peptides, another area of chemistry expertise that we possess. We have undertaken both linear and the branch chain peptides up to 40 amino acids. We have made the derivatives of the peptides, made the despeptides, multiple products with the multiple sulfur linkages. Also, we got access to the unnatural amino acids as the building blocks for carrying out the peptide chain preparation. We can handle the peptide preparation both in solid phase, solution phase, and also it could be hybrid phase. We have the necessary analytical tools for characterizing the product, such as the amino acid analyzer. Also, we have a peptide capability for carrying out the reactions, peptides, using the microwave mediated units at our site in Cambridge in UK. And very soon, we are planning to procure the similar kind of equipment from Liberty Blue as well as from CS Bio to this site in India as well for making the peptides, which can be done much faster and much cleaner in terms of making the product. To support our peptide manufacturing development activity, the peptide manufacturing facilities are equipped with necessary peptide synthesizer. These are the sites. This site is based out of Vizag, Visakhapatnam. We have 2 sites in Vizag, each one of them having the capability from 80 to 160 liter automated peptide synthesizers, necessary downstream equipment, and the lyophilization and isolations for under the class 100,000 area. So one of my earliest slide talked about providing services in the area of drug substance and the drug product. So we do have a drug product team on this site who work very closely with us to fast track the development. So since we are able to make the drug substance on this site, the drug product team can handhold in terms of taking the project forward, and we can have the necessary tools for characterizing the drug substance and also preparing the necessary particle size with respect to meeting the conditions needed for the drug product team so that they can develop a suitable formulation to provide to our partners. Coming to the manufacturing locations, this is the global footprint. We have the R&D facilities in India, and we have the manufacturing sites in India and outside of India in UK and in North America. And the formulation manufacturing sites are also available outside of India other than the Indian sites. So in this slide, we have classified the activities for the various types of products that we deal with. For example, small molecules, the development can happen from the Origin Pharmaceutical Services site at Hyderabad. And the pilot scale can be done at the CTO3 in Hyderabad. CTO stands for Chemical Technical Operations. And also the commercial scale can be done in CTO3 and CTO6. High potent or the onco products, the development can happen from this APS R&D site. And the pilot scale manufacturing can be done either in Hyderabad or Vizag sites. Steroids development can happen from the APS R&D site and the manufacturing from the CTO Mexico. Peptides, they are the R&D site and the manufacturing for the pilot scale at the Vizag and also commercial also from Vizag. Activated pegylated compounds, the MPEG alcohol, the starting material comes from our site in Mexico. The manufacturing, the development can happen from the Moorfield or the APS site, and the manufacturing can happen from the Moorfield or India sites. Carbohydrates, yes, definitely we can handle from the APS site, and the manufacturing can happen from CTO3 Hyderabad or the other CTOs based out of India. So what is the origin advantage? The origin advantage is all about the passion for science and lots of experience handled with by taking up various kinds of projects in the last 2 decades of experience. Highly qualified scientific team, and also many of the colleagues have worked in the outside of the country and having experience of dealing with the innovator pharma is available. And we would look forward to having a strong and sustainable relationship with various partners with whom we are working. We have dedicated manufacturing facilities for the pilot as well as commercial. And the opportunities that we can provide to our partners range from discovery to development and to commercial. And as I mentioned, the business models are flexible. What is the value that we will bring in? We focus on creating a long-term association as highly quality scientific resources available for the partners, and also consistently provide the necessary support to our partners in their filings and help in regulatory audits and commercialize the new chemical entities as the key strength. Yeah, I think that comes to the end of my discussion for today. I think I can have the questions from the participants. I'll be happy to answer.
Participants can leave their questions in the Q&A section, or they can also raise their hand, so so that we would be able to allow them to talk, and then they can ask their questions. So please go ahead. You can raise your hand in the system, or you can leave your questions in the Q&A feature which is there on your screen. So, Dr. Rama, we have got a question from Mr. Rajesh Bhaskar. What are the dosage form expertise? Any case study on that?
Okay, so we have another team working with us in the drug product team. So probably we can refer to that specific case. So one of the cases what we have handled for the drug substance and the drug product, yes, we do have a couple of cases where we have supported our partner in terms of understanding the solid state properties effectively, and then we supported our drug product team in terms of meeting the desired particle size, and then this has been used for the developing the appropriate dosage for our partner. Currently, we are working with a European customer for a phase 3 program. It's also a drug substance and the drug product case study. Yes, we have the projects ongoing as a collaborative approach for the DS and DP.
Thanks, Dr. Rama. I hope, Mr. Rajesh, your question has been answered appropriately. If you want to if you have another question on top of it, you can leave it in the Q&A. So we'll wait for 2 more minutes for any questions from the audience, and then we will call it a day. Will that be okay, Dr. Rama?
Sure.
All right.
Okay.
So we have got another question from Mr. Rajesh. Do you do generic development for products? That's the question.
Yeah. Yes, Rajesh, I think while the focus from the Origin Pharmaceutical Services mainly has been working with the innovator pharma in their clinical development program, but we do have some opportunities to work in their life cycle management. So we can work on that on case by case basis. While the preferentially we are working with the new chemical entity development, but we do have some case studies wherein we have supported our partners in their life cycle management as well. So wherein we try to, some of the partners where we have looked at, cost improvement programs in terms of developing a cost effective process, in terms of designing the route of synthesis or optimizing the existing process. So we have taken up, yes.
Sure, sir. Thanks a lot. So let's wait for another 1 minute, then we'll wrap it up.
Thank you, Rajesh, for your compliments.
So Dr. Rama, if you have any concluding comments, you can make those, and then we'll call it a day.
Thanks, Uttam. First of all, I would like to thank all the participants who joined for the discussion today. It has been a pleasure talking to you. And I think, as mentioned in my slide here, if you would like to receive any additional information, please reach out to us. It will be our pleasure to be associated. And have a good evening. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, sir. So participants, we have this final polling wherein you'll have to share your comments in terms of how was your experience today. So it would be great if you can all spare a couple of seconds and leave us a comment.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, sir.